Hi there, my lovely construction aficionados. Welcome back to Contractors Diaries. I'm your host, Eugene. Welcome to the job site. Vámonos. I am back in business. I have been out for a couple of weeks now. We had a newborn, so I was on daddy duty. My guys have not stopped for a second, and there's a lot of progress, so follow me. Let's check it out. As you guys can see, the floors are covered yet again. We are done with our texture. We did an imperfect smooth. This is how it turns out. There's imperfections all over the wall. It's very popular, so trendy, and it looks nice. I don't like the orange peel or a knockdown, and the level 5, which is 100% smooth. They check it with the special lamp to see if there are any imperfections. That one is really, really expensive. It's only used on really expensive custom homes, but this is, as nice as you can get on the rental. Also, we have installed the kitchen. There are a couple cabinets are still not installed, as you can see, but these are vanity cabinets. But the kitchen is pretty much all done. It's a new installer that I'm using, so I'm kind of, trying to see how he is working out. For some reason, he left the crown moldings uninstalled, didn't cut out the stove, and he actually left it 28 3/4 instead of 30 1/8, because the width of the stove is 30 inches. So you need a little bit of wiggle room to squeeze the, the stove into the opening. So he's coming back today to finish it up. The other thing that he did not do is install the panel for the dishwasher, but he's also installing appliances, and he was trying to sell me on using him to install the appliances, but I'm already paying my plumber to do that, so maybe he was thinking that. So these two cabinets that are not installed are vanity cabinets. They're going into each bathroom, but there's still cabinets left over, and I think the factory gave me extras. I haven't looked through the invoice to see if I was charged for them. But hey, let's get into the shower, into the bathroom, and I'll show you the update, because I really, really like the tile that I chose for the shower. My installer absolutely hates me for using that tile, but the floors have been covered already, so here's the picture of how the floor looks. All right, it is extremely nice, right? You like it? Perfect. So we are almost done with the shower tile. He ran out of some thin set and tiles, so he's coming back later to do that. As you can see, we have a red guard. It's a special adhesive that we use for waterproofing our shower enclosure. And that's the missing cabinet. But we have exterior doors installed, trim. We just need to put the spackle on it, caulk everything, prep the windows for painting, rails installed for our sliding doors, shelves. It's a small closet, so I didn't do any kind of fancy shelving here. Just gonna be one rail, one shelf. This is a 11-inch shelf, because the closet, I had a brain fart. The closet is not that deep. In the other bedroom, it's deeper, and we can go and check it out. So we usually install the rail first, and then we install this baseboard molding to kind of cover the rail, so you can't see it from the from the outside. What else is new? Oh, so before we install our flooring, which is a LVP, meaning luxury vinyl plank. I don't know why they're luxury, they're pretty affordable, but they are 100% waterproof, really thick material, so scratches and usage is not going to be visible. So for a rental, it's perfect. And before we do that, we also install, as I said, self-leveling. We did not do the cheaper route and do grind and self-level. We just decided to self-level the whole duplex. I've spent 40 bags of Sika, S-I-K-A, self-leveling compound I did not like that one. I didn't do the pour, but my guys said that it's really hard to work with. So next time we're going to be using or trying a different compound or a different, self-leveling. Prior to that, we of course put primer that helps self-leveling to adhere to, to the concrete. So the whole duplex was self-leveled. I have some chip right here that needs to be fixed. All right, let's go into the other room and see what's up. So we have a laundry right here. And here we have our other bedroom. Here we have a deeper closet, way deeper. So this can be considered a master bedroom, and then the other one can be a kid's bedroom, just because, protection of your kids. You don't want them to have access to sneak out or someone to sneak in. Over here, now that was a little bust on my part. I should have put them a little bit higher. So here we have the fiber optic connection. So this cable is ran in the attic and it comes out on the outside. So AT&T, Xfinity, T-Mobile, whichever internet provider can connect, and you will have the router here and then the outlet is going to be here. But I should have moved it a little bit higher, so that way it's easier, less wires hanging. But you can never guess these things. I guess I can measure it now, make a notation, and then for the future that will be the height of the outlets that I'm going to be putting. PG&E is doing some kind of work. They're supposed to connect me. Every single time there's an issue with PG&E, I have not had a single flawless connection with them. They usually send like a pre-inspection where the inspector walks the job site and tells me what needs to be fixed. I think 3 or 4 inspectors came out. None of them told me anything, but let's check out what they picked on this time. So here we have the outside. Also installed locks on all the doors because we have cabinets now in here and I don't want people to be stealing stuff. Still pending this, but I'll do that prior to us getting ready to paint. I don't remember if I showed that before, but we have connected the septic tank. I was gonna dig this out by hand with my guy, but then the dirt was so freaking hard that I was like, okay, I'll just bring the excavator and we'll take care of that. And thank God, because even with the excavator it took us a minute. We had some heavy rains, so what I did is connected my downspouts to the pipe to bring out water away from the foundation. Otherwise I'll show you what happens, because I did it on the second day and it kind of did a oopsie doopsie. So over here I had a hole like that. So this hole is inevitable, and what I do is I rip a trim piece like that. I rip it in 3 and then I install it to cover the hole all around the house. But they picked on it because the gas is here and they're like, well, the gases from the natural gas can go in the attic. And I'm like, Jesus. Okay, so I just slapped a piece of 2x6 and they accepted it. Like, that's really funny because you can clearly see it's a temporary fix, what we did. Couple things that's still pending. As I said, the siding, we need to take all this plywood that my framer put there for I don't know for what reason. So it's going along pretty steady. Not as fast as I wanted to, but whatever. So this is the type of floor that we use. You can see it's really thick. It has an underlayment already, so you can just put it right on concrete. And not a lot of waste. I really like the guy who installed the floor. Perfect. So this happens if you don't divert water from your downspout. This is really, really bad, so I need to bring in more dirt. But I think I will have some dirt when the PG&E will connect me, which my rep told me is going to happen in the next 2-3 weeks, which I've been hearing for 2-3 months now. So hopefully, you know, fingers crossed, it will really happen in the next 2-3 weeks. So that's pretty much it. Right now, we just need to spackle unit number 2. We need to caulk unit 1 and 2 and get the windows ready. And then we're gonna switch over to the outside, taking off all this unnecessary OSB. We still have to caulk some, you know, corners. We need to caulk around the windows. For example, here, well, my guys left a really big gap. I was usually asking for like a, you know, maybe 1/8 gap between the window and the trim, but I think this one, the wood itself was bowed out, and I think we ran out of wood, so we just had to go with whatever we had. So that needs to be all caulked. We still need to rip the trim and install it on the top, so that is still pending. Anyways, guys, tag along and let's see how the spackling and caulking goes. All right, let's start with spackling. All you need is this premium wood filler made by Custom and a metal putty knife. You put a little bit on, and you see all these ginormous holes left from nailing. Just go like this. Oop, cover it up. Oop, cover it up. Oop, cover it up. So on and so forth. You go all the way around, and then these gabs you cover with white caulk. I use Big Stretch, really good product, somewhat expensive but very worthy of its price, and have not had any problems with that type of caulk. You can't use the cheaper version, you know, from I think it's Alex. I forgot the name. We use it, but we use it very, you know, on a very rare occasions, for mostly using that type of caulk when we're doing bug prevention at the framing stage, which if you hang around for a couple more months, I'll show you, because I'm going to be framing a house pretty soon. You know, you use it between the concrete and the bottom sill, crawling into your living space, but it also prevents air from exiting or entering your property, which is crucial if you want to have a tight house, energy efficient house. So I'll be spackling and then you guys can take a look. All right, guys, so this pretty much concludes the spackling. Let me show you the end result and a couple of things that you need to take in consideration. So basically, we don't want to use caulk, because what happens with caulking is it dries and it was going to create a little void where the hole was. Spackling is different. It dries and it fills up that hole. And you don't want to leave too big of a blob because then it's going to take you forever to sand. So something like that is fine. It dries, you sand, and then kind of gets into the hole a little bit more. And then some of the holes, you see like this one, I need to set the nail a little bit deeper because it's sticking out too much. So that's pretty much one door. And I kind of got carried away and I started on this one, but it doesn't take you that long. It's actually a pretty calming process, you know. But yeah, follow along, and then we're gonna go do more spackling, and then we're gonna jump on caulking. Ooh, too dark. And then we're gonna jump on to caulking the trim, and that will pretty much get us ready to paint. We need to cover the kitchen and cover the tiles in the tub before we paint. But as I said, we're still waiting on the kitchen guy to come back and finish, you know, his part. So I'm gonna keep on spackling and caulking, and you guys enjoy the break. Hey guys, just a quick update. I am pretty much done with all the spackling. All the holes have been covered. My knees hurt a little bit because I didn't bring my knee pads, but fairly easy process. That's the first time I'm using the premium, where is it at? The premium filler, which I'm not a huge fan of. I forgot the one that I've been using. It's a pink one. You put it on, it's pink, but when it's dry, it turns white. Forgot the name of the colors. It is almost 2 o'clock and my kitchen guy is not making it on time. So unfortunately, we have to bounce. I'm gonna send him a list of things that needs to be fixed, and we are on to a different project. It's a very interesting one. Just to show you, it's located in Old Sacramento. It's a building that belongs to my girl, and one of her tenants moved out and left a bit of a mess that I will show you, and we have to fix it because a new tenant is moving in tomorrow, which is good because it has been vacant for a really long time and we need it to be rented ASAP. God, can never catch the right light. This unit is way darker than the other one, but yeah, so you will be transported to a different job site just in 1 second. Hey guys, we're back in business. Let's take a look around at what we have to deal with at this job site. So the previous tenant moved out. They had these panels hung for display, and they left us these blobs. They didn't use spackle, they used mud that is for drywalling, tape and mud or texture. That's not the correct product that needs to be used, unfortunately, but whatever, we'll deal with that. So we have our trusty little tool right here, which is the Makita sander, orbital sander. So we have to sand this down and then do a touch-up paint afterwards. So it's a bunch of them. I was expecting, you know, a couple spots, but when I came here yesterday, I was like, geez, that's way too many. So I brought some help, aka my employee. So we're gonna have to tackle this, tag team it, and then hopefully we'll be done by tomorrow, because tomorrow, Saturday, is the move-in date for this new tenant. Also looking that we will need to do a little bit of cleanup. Floors are dirty, and then we're gonna have a bunch of stuff from the fixing these holes. This is the space. We are in Old Sacramento, right in front of, what is it called? Firehouse. Come check this place out. I think it's gonna be a Peruvian store. That's a free plug for the new tenant. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the grind. As a contractor, sometimes you have to visit one of your friends' job sites, and that's what we're doing today. It's beautiful. I believe it's an 8-plex, been remodeled by one of my buddies. They are painting it right now, so let's take a look at what is happening. You can see brand new mill guard windows. Wow, stepping up the game. Brand new siding, doors, very high quality. I like the Craftsman style doors. Inside has been remodeled as well. I believe they're still working on some of the inside of this unit. I haven't seen it prior to being remodeled, but I believe that's gonna be the kitchen. It's gonna have some kind of bar or something. Here's the, oh, hi. That's another unit over there. So it is a 8-plex. Shower right there. Oh, interesting. That's raised foundation. I like visiting old builds and see how stuff was done back in the day. Over here we have a room with a closet and everything. Plywood. It's a 2x4, which is kind of sucks for insulation. Not much insulation you can get on the 2x4. Old aluminum windows. Yeah, these are a disaster for energy. You get a lot of waste. New sub panels. Let's go check another unit. But I believe all of them are pretty much the same. These old doors, hate those. First of all, they're steel, so you can easily damage them. And then the 6-panel doors, ugh. These are way better. Oh yeah, it is an 8-plex. Oh, these are closed. Oh, this one is open. Some guys are still working on the inside. More floor has been opened. Got a lot of stuff you can find in there, huh? Garbage and stuff. Some Starbucks cups. Wonder if they're gonna be left inside with insulation, or that's gonna be garbage. So my friend opted out from removing all the drywall. Some drywall is staying in place. I would probably remove everything. Oh, you can see the old insulation right there. Pretty nasty stuff. Cellulose or something, I don't even know. Probably filled with asbestos. But yeah, fun projects like that are pretty cool. All right, that was pretty much it for my little job visit of my friends. All right, guys, time to hit the road. Vámonos.